Hey everybody, I am in, I don't even know where I'm at, somewhere around Clearwater, and I just passed this place, so I figured I'd turn around and check it out. And I think they sell these cars, and check out this old T-Bird. Now obviously it's completely rusted, flat tires, everything else, but it's an old T-Bird. White interior, looks like the roof's falling apart. I mean, obviously this thing is pretty far gone unless you just need a parts car. But yeah, I mean, we're talking, I mean, if you ever want to see how one is built, there you go. You can see the whole interior and stuff. Anyway, parts car. But that's not why I stopped. So I've driven past here a couple times. There's a couple Bentleys and stuff over there. Still not the reason I stopped. You'll see in a second, this is the reason why I stopped. And if you know anything about the channel, you know I love Chevelles. And when you see a 70 Chevelle sitting out here like this, and it's getting customized. I mean, look at the custom, the doors. They've already shaved the doors. So this is obviously a project car. They've put the twin batteries in the back. So they said another shaved here. It's got an SS, Chevelle SS dashboard in it. I don't know if there's anything. There is an engine under there. Let's see if we can see it. I can see some stuff under there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's a turbo. That's a turbo under there. So we're gonna go see if we can find somebody here that can talk to us about that car, because that engine, that is a turbo under there. So welcome to another episode of Junkyards and Barn Finds with Sean, and I'm Sean. Hey guys, so over there is that 70 Chevelle. Check out some of the cars before we even walk in. I guess it's called RC Customs. They've got a really nice, I'm gonna say 75, yeah, 75 Stingray. Look at this beautiful Bronco. This is sitting out here. I mean, this is cool. It's got the camping up top, go around. It was meant to go fast. It wouldn't be shaped like a brick. Florida idiots. Red Cracker Outdoors, really cool, very cool Bronco. We've got this sweet pickup truck, nice Chevy, I believe it's a Chevy. Yep, Chevy, 5-window. Nice 4-door. And this looks like, I would say it's a 68 or a 69 El Camino. Super, super cool. So, and I don't even know what this is, some kind of a truck. But let's go see if we can talk to these guys, and maybe they'll talk to me for about 10 minutes.
Raleigh Carpenter.
All right, Raleigh, I'm Sean.
Nice to meet you.
And this is your place?
Yes, sir.
And so, like, hey guys, we meet a lot of people, they don't want to be on camera, and that's awesome, but the stuff he does here, just walking by, I mean, I looked under the, I didn't touch it, but I looked under the hood because I'm a Chevelle guy.
I can show you.
And that's got turbo on it.
Supercharged.
Supercharged, okay. I can kind of see underneath.
I'll take you out there and fire it up.
Okay, but so you basically take muscle, you do work just on muscle cars, sell some old cars, sell some, is that
anything classic.
Okay.
I don't like doing late model stuff.
So like the Bronco out there, anything without computers, unless you want to put a computer
Actually,
in.
we do a lot of LS swaps, updating
Well,
stuff.
that's what I mean, you put the computers in.
Yeah, I don't like doing modern cars. I'm more of a classic car guy.
So that's what, a 68?
68 Nova.
68 Chevy 2. It's
Yep.
But the last year for Chevy 2 on there.
Yep.
So
we took the rear end out. We're putting full ride tech suspension under it, coilovers, It has a 12 bolt. I'm narrow in the rear. We got Rocket Racing wheels that we're putting in it. I'm doing Detroit Speed and Engineering mini tubs. We just took this part a couple of days ago. Full ride tech in the front. It already has an aftermarket company in the front now, but we're doing ride tech in the front. I'm also putting an EFI on it, Holly Sniper unit on it.
And now, is it an original Bleak Buck car?
I don't know. I don't know any history on the car.
Okay, so you don't even know if it's real SS?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't even think the owner really knows. He just bought it. It's a beautiful car.
Right.
And, you know, I know what I can see. I don't know any back history on it.
Okay.
And then I've got some of my own project, like
and
this one's
57.
mine. This one's mine. That's why there's parts stuck on it.
Actually, I had my first video on here back in 1988 when my first hot rod that I built was a California bumper post 57, same as this.
I have one in here right now, another one.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a California built one-piece frame,
Yep.
one-piece bumpers. It's a 150 sedan.
Okay.
Stationary rear windows, rear seat delete.
Right.
Pretty unusual car. 283 4-barrel with a posi unit.
Wow.
It's a pretty unusual 57.
And
This one is mine. That's just a 210. Plain Jane, nothing special. I bought it just to fix up, and I tinker with it. I just bought the firewall. I'm starting to get parts for it now. I've had the car for several years now. I'm just starting to.
And because you're in the business,
I don't got time to
your
work
car
on my
never
own.
gets done.
Yeah.
Ever, never ever.
Yeah.
So.
Two more of my projects. I've got an 89 Camaro.
Okay.
It's got a big block in it, 6-speed. Put a 9-inch under it. Mini tubbed it, custom wheels. I got a 65 Impala Super Sport I've had for 25 years. I still haven't
Now,
worked
do you
on.
do the bikes too? Because I saw one.
A little bit.
So that's kind of a play.
That one's in for a paint job.
Oh, okay.
That's a customer's bike. The one that's on the rack is mine.
The black one there.
I actually have been building this. I just bought that bike several months ago. It's a brand new 2022. It was a Lowrider S. I cut the neck off it. I put an aftermarket neck, raked it, stretched it. It's got a 23 front wheel, 18 back wheel. These are all Road King setup suspension stuff. Beach bars. It's on air ride. It sits like that. There is no kickstand. It will lay on the frame.
Oh, so it's
full air ride. It will lift up 4 or 5 inches once it's aired up.
Wow.
So this one's mine. I don't really do stuff like this for customers, but I like doing custom stuff, and I'll tinker with my own.
Yeah. Oh, because you don't really hardly ever see somebody who does both bikes and cars.
Yeah. So that's the LS I'm building. That's going to go in my 57.
So that's for that car.
Correct,
there.
yeah. Like I said, I've had this car for several years and I haven't touched it. I mini tubbed it years ago.
Right.
I never narrowed the rear end. I just mini tubbed the body. So I have a 12 bolt that's going under it. I'm not doing a 9-inch. I actually have to narrow it and go.
Now, are you doing for street? Like what gear?
A driver.
So gears are just going to be
373.
373 highway gear.
I use a lot of 373 stuff. It's good around town and still get some drivability. Now I'm not doing an overdrive on this. I'm just doing a turbo 400. I'm doing a 5.3 carbureted, so I don't have all the computers and wiring and stuff. Turbo 400 behind it. Just a nice simple build that you could drive and be able to beat on.
And dependable. If you want to take it on a hot rod power tour for 1,000 miles, it'll go.
That's what the Chevelle's for.
Oh, okay.
So that's what that will be.
Yeah, we were on there last year. We were on the power tour last year.
That's cool.
So we still had our car, unlike everybody else who got their car stolen in Memphis.
Yeah, so I'm putting floors in this one, 64 Malibu. Somebody had put a bunch of parts and floor sections over it. I'm cutting all the floors out, putting all the cross braces in a one-piece floor.
So was this a car, it kind of reminds me of one where it's happening a lot now, where people are buying these custom older cars and they're looking at the paint and the outside and they're not looking at the inside.
This guy just bought the car.
And took
it to the upholstery shop. They went to go put carpet and redo the seats, and the floors are gone.
Because people are buying these things. There was a guy I saw on one. He had a Mopar. He had one of the Dusters that had a 72 Demon quarter panel on one side, 73 Demon quarter panel on the other side.
Yeah.
Like he didn't even notice one's round, one's square. Like people are now, because the cars are worth so much money now.
Yes.
That anything now.
That's also why I like doing the older cars. Newer cars, people won't invest, I'm going to say.
Right.
Invest money into a new car. Most people won't spend the money for a paint job.
Right.
They'll just trade it in and buy another car.
They're disposable.
Older cars, you'll invest money into it because you can get money back out of these now.
Yeah. So. And I like them because they're solid. I mean, you lean against some cars nowadays, they dent right away.
Yeah. These
things are just solid. Wow. Nice. Is that 73?
That's 71.
71. Okay.
This was a very well-built car. The owner crashed it.
Okay.
I don't know the story on it. He didn't really tell me, but that side was damaged. I had to get another parts car to get the quarter panel section. They make skins, but they didn't make it where it goes into the door jam and the door. It got hit right in the door and pushed the whole quarter in. So I'm in the process of still fitting that, working on the wheel well and stuff on it, but that's a really nice car. It's got a built 427 LS in it. Yeah, it's a nice car. So,
and this is a notchback 72.
2 or 3, I don't remember off.
I know that my cousin's got a convertible 73,
Okay.
and there's something about, I don't know if they have the lights or not. One of them has
minor differences.
Yeah, there's some little difference.
Now this one is, I had never heard of this until this car came. This one's called like a Sprint or Spirit. It was white with red and blue, and interior is red, white, blue, and it has like a shield that goes on the quarter panel, a sticker.
I think I saw one on there's a guy named Dennis Collins.
Okay.
Dennis Collins in Texas, and he was talking about one too. He found one too.
Okay. So this
the way
is
you're
something,
describing it, yeah, it's got like a nickname or something.
yeah, like Sprint or Spirit or something, and it was all red, white, and blue. So the car was white, and then it had a little red pin and a grabber blue bottom on it, and interior is red, white, and blue. The cool thing is, it has a 351 in it, C4, 9-inch rear. It basically is like a Mach or a Boss.
Right, but it's a notchback.
In a notchback.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think it came that color. It was around, you know, the AMXs that came in 71.
Yeah,
they red, white, and blue. I think this was the one that kind of. And if you see them next to each other, they look really close.
Yeah.
So very cool.
That's what this one was. So if I got the story right, the owner's father bought this car brand new.
Oh wow.
He drove it for several years, sold it, and then ended up buying it back.
Wow. And then what do you got? 70 Cuda over there? 73 Cuda?
Yep.
Okay.
Painted purple.
The purple, the factory purple, or no, a deep purple. Nice. Wow.
So I just painted the engine. I made that color up. That's a custom color for it. It's like
guys,
purple.
That purple is like a mile deep, man.
That's a candy purple.
Wow.
So I didn't do body work on this car. Somebody else did the metal work on it. They put quarters, floors, and stuff like that.
Right.
But the guy that did it did an excellent job on the body and metal work. I was impressed on that. But he wasn't comfortable with doing the candy paint job. So it came to me for finalizing over the body work. We're doing the candy color. So I just did the doors. I got to do the fenders yet, the bottom of the hood, and I'll start putting the body together. And
is the shaker going to stay black, or is that going purple?
It's all going purple.
Everything going purple?
Everything goes purple. We're not doing the black hood.
And they soundproofed it and everything else too. Nice. Yeah. And then there's your 55.
57. That's the one I was telling you. That's the 150.
Okay, that's the 150, which was a workman's car back in the day.
Yeah, but it's an unusual one because it's a California built. It had a one-piece frame, one-piece bumpers, 283, 4-barrel, posi unit in it, rear seat delete, stationary windows, and it was a metallic dark blue. Wow. I can't find a code for the car. On the trim tag, it said, hold on, let me see.
And guys, if anybody watching this, if you know the code, please put it in the comment section.
Here, zoom in on it.
Hold on, coming over. I want to touch.
The trim comes in as special.
Okay.
Special for trim and paint.
So paint is trim and special. Now
I have painted the firewall. I'll see how I turn my light on.
So guys, I don't know if some of you guys who do the triple nickel cars,
see the color?
You guys would be able to maybe tell us. Anybody out there might be able to tell. So it's a 60. It says what, 5712118, and then paint and trim is spec and spec. So if anybody knows how to figure out the code, the paint code for that, please put in the comments.
I've already matched it. So if you look at
he's matched it.
Firewall's painted.
So the firewall is the original.
So what I did was I sanded the car down to the original lacquer.
Gotcha.
And then I matched it up.
Oh wow.
So that
is a really beautiful paint color.
But nothing I could find for Chevrolet or GM was that blue metallic in that. So
I've never seen the triple nickel that color.
That was metallic. But like I said, I sanded the door down and then polish it up to the original lacquer and then match the color up that way.
Well, these were known as salesmen's cars, and which is why they had a rear seat delete so they could put stuff. I wonder if it was special because it may be a company, like a company color. Like, you know how UPS orders all their stuff brown, which is UPS brown?
Somebody ordered this car because it had the, now it doesn't, it's a 327 in it, but it originally had the larger engine, 4-barrel on it, had a 3/8 fuel line, posi unit. I haven't run across a Tri-5 with a posi unit. No. That's usually Corvettes. It's a factory posi unit on the car.
So somebody specifically ordered this. If you guys, if anybody out there knows any info on it, let us know. Yeah. So if you're the guy that owns it, or your dad has, if your dad has a car that meets all the options, if you have pictures of it on a wall somewhere, or maybe you work at a racetrack and you have pictures of this from like the 50s,
That'd be cool.
Put it in the comments. Let us know. I'll get it over to you. So
yeah, that'd be cool.
But wow, I mean, what a cool shop, guys. And literally, I stopped because you guys know I'm a Chevelle dude, and that's, you know, it is what it is. And then this is what. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Let me go this way.
I'm building a limited street car type thing. I mini tubbed it.
Right.
325 50-15s under it. I cut down to 8.8. I've been gutting the car trying to make it light as possible. I got a bubble hood to go on it. I put subframe connectors in it. I'm still debating if I'm going to put a cage in it. I don't want to be banging my head getting out of the car.
It's an 87?
Oh, 91.
91, okay.
They're all the same body style.
Yeah, I almost bought one back in the day from McInerney Ford, but I bought a Corvette.
I've had that car probably 20 years. I bought that thing early 2000s. I bought that one, I think in like 04, 05.
Now, is that a convertible?
It is a convertible.
Okay.
It's an IROC convertible.
So it's a real IROC convertible?
No, it's not.
Okay, somebody cut it.
No, I just say IROC because people know it. It's not.
Right.
It was a rally sport, but I put a 468 big block in it. It's got a T56 6-speed. I'm building a full stainless exhaust for it, 9-inch. Powder coated everything. All of the hose, I don't have the lower hose on, but I weld on all of these AN fittings. The lower hose is a -20, the upper is a -16. Make all my power steering hoses. Every fuel line down the frame rails, every type of line in here will be an AN, no regular clamps. It's all Army Navy fittings.
Okay.
So I'm building this one for myself. I took, this was a tranny cooler with the fan, and I plumbed it to the oil side, so it'll cool the oil off also. So you got water cooling the engine, and then I cool the oil too.
So a lot of people use BNC, British Naval fittings. You're using
AN, Army Navy.
Army Navy fittings.
Correct.
So very cool.
And then I'll take you out to that Chevelle.
Okay. Yeah. See, guys, I've been doing this for a couple of years now. You guys have seen 600 videos of me just stopping and letting people talk about what their passion is, and you find these crazy things going on.
So this one's a friend of mine. We're building it really for like power tour in mind later on.
Right.
It's got a 496-inch big block in it, Pro Charger F1. It's dirty, and I haven't touched the car in quite some time.
Junkyards and barn finds, half the stuff I find is dirty.
I build this in spare time. This is a buddy of mine's car. So I'll fire it up. So it was a carburetor setup originally. Then we decided to go with the Pro Charger, converted the manifold over to EFI. It runs through the firewall, goes to an intercooler, and comes back in. Air conditioning. I actually have another set of pulley on it now, or pulley set up to go on it from CVF Racing. They just came out with it where their pulley kit incorporates the supercharger into one pulley. So I won't have this V-belt that squeals and you know, so it'll be one nice pull. I have to change that out yet. I haven't done it, obviously.
But if any of you guys watched all the videos from last year's Power Tour, if you don't have a car with this on it, you better start putting it together now, because you're going to need one. People were passing out last year. Willwood brake system.
I'll fire this thing up.
Oh.
The battery's still up.
You got 2 batteries in the back.
Yeah, but
that's sweet, man. And the nice thing is it all fits under the cow induction, so you don't.
I did that on purpose.
So it's a nice. You pull up, you think maybe it's just somebody's retro or something.
So
and
what the goal was with it is to be like a Pro Touring. It's got I think it was BMR we used on this, BMR suspension. It does have a 9-inch under it. 496 it's stroke, 496 big block, T56 6-speed. 355 gears, so we can still drive it across the country, the air conditioning and whatnot. We left the body pretty much stock. I wanted the stock cowl induction hood. We're gonna paint the car a nice blue, but nothing crazy exotic. Roll up and just another nice
and then tear
looking,
people apart.
Yeah.
Like on sick week or something.
Yeah, well, not like that. Just something that is just a nice looking clean Chevelle, not over the top. And when you pop the hood, they go, wow.
Now does this, and it has a 12 bolt in it or a 10 bolt?
12 bolt. No, 9-inch. We got a 9-inch.
Oh, you got a 9-inch.
9-inch.
So even if you want to, it would take you 25, 30, well, maybe a little longer, but take you no time at all to change the gearing if you ever want to take it to a track for a track day. But it's
not, it's just to be, it's more Pro Touring. We got 14-inch 6-piston Willwoods on it. I had to put the Camaro 18-inch rollers, the only thing I could get to fit it.
And did you shave the doors on that?
We put Kindigit handles in it, those are coming out.
Oh, okay.
They're a pain in the butt to use. I make my own door handle now.
And I've seen a lot of the stuff, like every time I've driven past here for the last 2 months, I mean, there's usually a lot of really cool things. So, I mean, I guess you have a lot of people that know you locally. And
well, I've been doing it in this area for 25 years now.
So you have a whole bunch of people, and I always see something cool here, and I thought, you know what, I just needed to stop and finally. And when you put a 70 Chevelle out, I've owned a couple Chevelles. This is like my first car ever, and all this stuff.
This actually is a 72.
Oh, with a
I'm putting a 70 nose on.
Oh, okay.
I love the 70 better.
Right.
But he's had this car for long. We used to drive to high school together in this car.
Okay.
So we were putting it together originally with the 71, 72 style nose.
Right.
And then I was like, I got a little thing I like to do with these. I love the 70 to 4 headlights.
Right.
But I don't use the 70 Chevelle bumper. I use a 70 El Camino bumper.
Okay.
The Chevelle has a square marker light.
Right.
El Caminos have a round.
How sweet.
The bumper's the same, other than it has a round.
Okay.
So you got 4 headlights, a round marker light, and then I like putting the 71, 72 back bumper, which also has 4 rounds.
Right, the rounds.
It looks odd, and Chevelle guys are like, hey, the front doesn't match the back, but it's done on
purpose.
purpose.
But if it's a custom, it doesn't. It's
done on purpose. You got the 4 round headlights, 4 round tail lights, and then a round marker light.
So it just basically flows.
It just ties it all in together.
Yeah. So, well, very sweet. Well, sir, I appreciate you talking to me, taking a couple minutes of your time. And sometimes, guys, that's all you have to do is kind of talk, knock and ask. And, you know, he doesn't need this. He doesn't need the publicity. Probably doesn't even want the publicity. But you know what? Now there's a record of this, and people who know him will be like, hey, I saw your stuff. So
I mean, the whole thing's for doing for hot rodding, you know?
Yeah, I mean, we're all car guys, and everybody.
That's what it's for.
It doesn't matter whether it's a Bronco, that classic truck, motorcycles. If you like, everybody likes.
That's
stuff.
actually going to do. He bought it like it is. We're actually redoing the whole Bronco.
Really?
Yeah, I'm putting a Coyote in it, overdrive transmission, all new suspension, different wheels and tires, repainting it, all new interior.
Wow.
We bought it like that just to redo.
Wow. And then I think that's a 75.
That is the same
Corvette,
motor
right?
that my friend Rob, that's his Chevelle.
Because it has the split rear window, and it's a convertible.
74.
Oh, it's a 74?
74 is the split bumper on it.
Because the 73 has the metal up front.
Correct.
Or I'm sorry, the metal in the back.
This is the first year of the plastic or whatever bumper, but 74 was split, 75's a one piece.
Okay.
He bought this because it's his birth year, 74.
Oh, gotcha.
So he's been wanting one of those. I got this here. Now we're taking a carburetor out, putting a sniper unit on it. The Holly sniper units are amazing. And I love those.
I've owned a couple of these, but I always had power steering units go on these things.
This one is the same thing. I just got the little the power steering control valve for it.
Yeah, but anyway.
That's the same thing on this.
Well, very cool. Well, like I said,
thanks again. Yeah, I appreciate it.
Thanks for letting me interrupt your day.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, guys. Thanks. And if you're around and you need something, I know he doesn't need work, doesn't have work. He probably has a whole back date of a year.
He can stop in and ask, you know.
But it's RC Customs. And where are we at?
We're in Pinellas Park.
Pinellas Park.
8801 66th Street.
There you go. And so stop in if you need something. I mean, you guys just saw the quality of the work here is fucking excellent.
And I don't have anything finished here.
So
usually when they're finished, they're gone. I don't want them here.
Yeah.
I just painted that red truck, and then the wind the other day blew something in the fender. I got to repaint the fender.
Well, I saw a whole bunch. The last couple days, I've been seeing a whole bunch of stuff. Every now and again, over there, you see something, and I said, "There's got to be somebody here that's good."
But when they're done, I get rid of them. I have bad luck with that stuff. So when they're done, I want them gone.
Well, maybe he'll have room for yours. So, and put comments down about that the 57 if you guys know anything about that. All right, guys. Thanks. See you later. So. You designed it yourself?
Yeah, I mean, it's a flush mount. It kind of looks like a kid digging, but they work completely different. They're a push-in. Like I said, I don't have any done right now. I got to build some more, but I don't have any done. So I had them CAD design, and that's a 3D printed one. Right. So this is just plastic. This is the
mock-up, but there is real ones that you've already sold and used.
So you weld this bezel in, so it's gone. Okay. I got it. It's not lined up, but there's an 80,000 gap on the real ones, not this plastic 3D printed one.
This is the mock-up one.
And then when you get in, you push it in, and it opens the door and goes.
Oh, wow.
That's how they work. I designed these up. Like I said, this is a mock-up. So, now, on the final ones, there is a dust shield that goes in to keep water and debris getting through. Because, like I said, it's an 80,000 gap all the way around. Right. And then the dust shield goes on, and that seals it up, keep water and debris out of your door.
And the nice thing with this is if you want something that looks shaved, but you don't want to have to worry about power, because if the power goes out or something.
Correct.
This is
a full manual setup on the handles.
And it still has that smooth. And is this a paint? The metal ones are a paintable surface as well. Obviously,
yeah, they're all painted. Yeah.
Yeah.
So only thing you'll have is an 80,000 gap all the way around. They almost disappear.
Okay. And do you make these to sell, or are they only on the vehicles you're doing?
No,
or?
I sell them.
Okay,
Yeah.
so if somebody's interested in this, then
they can contact
What
me.
is your? I got your card.
Yep, there's the card there.
Do you have an email on here, or I
believe it's on there. It's rccustoms at yahoo.com.
Okay, there you go, guys. Actually, you have RC
Customs. The website is down, but if you want to email, it's yahoo.com.
It's at yahoo.com.
I've got the website being redone, so I can sell these on the website.
Okay.
Right now, I'm just doing it over the phone. You call and then.
You got a phone number right there. So if anybody's, guys, look at that. Look at that. He even designed stuff. So, and I will guarantee you, there's some of you out there that are looking for something like this. And
if you want to see things of it installed, videos of it done. My Instagram is RC_customs.
Okay.
And you can see finished
RC_customs.
And you can see finished ones on cars and in process on my Instagram account.
Oh, awesome. There you go, guys. So there's one more option for your street rod. So awesome. Well, there you go. That's even cooler.
That's cool. That'd be cool.
So, all right.
Okay.
Let me see. So
here's how they
come. We're gonna video. So this is how they come, right? Like that. Okay.
That's my packaging for them. Okay. I think this has the video on it too. I think. Whoop.
Okay.
So that's the fixture. So all of them are fixture built and TIG welded.
Okay.
Just so they all come out the same. It builds 2 sets every run on the fixture, but that's how you'll get those in the box foam, you know. And then let me go back. I'll find the video. Here's a set installed, so you can see how they work.
So there's a set installed. There's a video that you took, right? So,
yes.
So
that's
we have permission to use it, and you can see how easy it is. And he's just using a thumb. And
I have to use the other hand to pull the door open in the video. There's no rubbers or glass. So naturally, when you put the rubbers on, they want to open up on their own.
Right.
So that was just a gutted door, so I have to pull a little bit.
It's not something where you have to really use any strength. It just pops.
So on some cars, depending on how tight the door fits, you might have to add the little plunger at the bottom, like shaved handles, just to assist the door open. But I've only had to, I've probably done 20 sets of them so far myself. I've only had to put 1 set of poppers.
And it's pretty much any door for any year car. So there you go, guys.
And notice the door opens itself because the glass is in and the rubbers are on it. But you push it in, door opens.
Yeah, I mean, and it's so non-noticeable, but it also looks almost factory, kind of. It looks
I hope not. It's not supposed to look factory.
Well, no, I mean, I'm thinking like an Italian car, like when you look at the high end, like a Ferrari or Lambo or something.
But they pretty much disappear.
They disappear. But I'm just saying, it doesn't look like it. It looks like it should be there. Like, it doesn't look like an add-on. Is what I'm saying when I say factory. It's not like, oh, look what somebody did.
Yeah.
It's so
the reason that I came up with these is so that it would look like a shaved handle and just simple to use.
Yeah.
You know.
And it's surprising there's not a lot out on the market that look that way.
A lot of people want shaved handles. I did shaved handles on one of my cars once. I will never do it again. It was just a pain in the butt. Poppers go bad. Battery goes dead. They're a pain in the butt. These are full mechanical. You don't even have to have a battery in the car and it will work. So that's why I come up with this. And I just wanted a simple design.
And if it looks good on black, it's going to look good on any
color, yeah.
So, wow.
Yeah, I'm pretty proud of these. It's taken me 5 or 6 years to get all this perfected. It started out with just an idea.
Right.
And a friend of mine does CAD design, helped me CAD design it. All of the parts, the actual handles you get are made out of stainless, so they won't rust.
Right.
And then the blocks on the back, these are just a plastic, but they're actually a brass. I'll show you, I have the parts. So the blocks are a brass.
Oh, I see. Okay.
They're all brass blocks. And I lubricate everything with an anti-seize so they won't stick, bind, or corrode. So everything is done in brass, and then the handle's made out of stainless. The hardware stainless.
So never gonna rust. You're never gonna have that. They're not gonna weaken.
The only steel part you have is this main bolt, this 7-inch long bolt.
Right.
That's done, and it's a zinc plated. So that's the only thing is. But like I said, I lubricate everything with an anti-seize so they won't stick, bind, rust, or anything. Other companies, I'm not gonna say any names, that make flush mounted style handles, they work different, but they look similar, are made out of just mild steel. They rust, they bind, you will have problems.
So what he's saying is, when 25 years from now your car that you've left outside doesn't work anymore, these are still going to look perfect. The rest of the door is going to be rusted.
Yeah. So these won't rust.
Yeah.
So I put a lot of time, effort, and thought into building these so they would last a long time and work. And like I said, this is just one of the plastic prototypes, but that's basically the handle.
Oh, awesome, dude. Well, and like I said, so that one, if you want that stuff, it is, you can just call the 727-906-1042, and his Instagram is RC_customs with a Z, right?
Correct.
Okay, there you go, guys. That's all. Look how awesome that was. Stopping to see a Chevelle that happened to be parked out. We got to see a whole ton of cool, awesome freaking cars, couple bikes, and found out a new product that a lot of you guys can use. So awesome. Well, appreciate it, guys. Put in your comments. Should they subscribe to this channel even if they don't like cars today for this one?
Probably just for this one.